Hey guys, Linda Bomba here from lindabomba.com, talking to you from my home office outside Philadelphia. And if you landed on this video, I am going to call it a video, but I really would have to say this is a training. This is going to be one of my longer videos, but I went through a training actually earlier today that I think this is well worth sharing. I got a lot out of it, and this is something, if you want to become a branded leader, if you're not branding yourself, if you want to take your business to the next level, stick with me and stick through this training. I think there's a lot of stuff in here that you could get out of it and take it and do it. So let me get started with this. And there are 5 steps to becoming a branded leader. The first, and let's go over to what is a branded leader. It's somebody who earns 6 figures. Someone who is also branded outside their company or your opportunity, someone who attracts people from their value, and there's plenty of people out there that just give them pure value. There's 5 steps to become a branded leader, and there's systems, lead generation, prospecting and recruiting, team building, and mindset. And I'm going to break each of these down. The first one is systems. And you want to invest, learn, and teach. It's the most basic model. I'll call it ILT. I mean, you're on a webinar or training, you take the time to do it, you learn it, and then you teach it. Those are the 3 steps that you should be doing. You also invest your time and money to learn something that you can create content that teaches to build your audience. And this one I think is really important, because what I don't think people do is they get on a training, they take a course, and then they don't do anything with it. They take notes, and that's a piece of content you can create, whether it's a video or a blog post. What I'm doing here, it's really pretty simple. And I just think a lot of people don't do that. And people say, "Oh, I don't know what to do a video about. I don't know." This is how you make great content. And I'm going to just straight out say your notes are uncashed checks. I mean, if you're on a webinar or training and you're taking notes, there's probably a bunch of different things in there that you can take and teach and show somebody else, and do a piece of content about it. Put it on Facebook, Twitter, get it out in social media, email it to your list. It's really that simple. And the additional model is do and teach. Do it yourself and teach it. And I know for every webinar or training I'm on, if I spend 2 hours and I learn one thing and I can take it and apply it. I mean, if I just learn it and I don't apply it, then, well, it's really kind of meaningless. The next the second step is lead generation. And if you're not generating leads, you're not actively marketing. Are you consistently able to generate some leads every day? Even if it's one lead, it's a place to start. By following Invest, Learn, Teach, ILT, you always do a call to action for every piece of content you create. If it's a video, at the end of the video, a blog post, an article, whatever it is that you do, you always want to do a call to action. And when I say call to action, say, go ahead and click the link below, go ahead and take a look at the presentation below. That's a call to action. And you want to create valuable content. Videos, blog posts, however, whatever your marketing strategy is that you're choosing that you're going to do, create content. And you want to create a relationship with those leads. And how you do that is, if you don't have an autoresponder, you should get one, and you're emailing your list and communicating with them, whether it's about a webinar, or maybe you put an offer together, or you just want to tell them something that you learned or that you know. And you want to help them do what you just did by teaching them ILT, Invest, Learn, Teach, and teach them lead generation. And lead generation is really a basic thing that you have to do. If you're not generating any leads, you're not going to have anybody to talk to, and nobody's going to be looking at what you're doing. You're not going to be building an audience. So the next one on the list of 5 is prospecting and recruiting. And the key to warm market recruiting is differentiate. And a lot of people compare where people are and where they're at, and they don't look at anything that's different. And you really, maybe your warm market's not a good, I mean, I never did that. I never really talked to anybody in my warm market. I did have some people approach me that I'm connected with on Facebook, and they were looking for some ways to make extra money, but I did not actively prospect any of my warm market. But if you are going to do that, differentiate. The second thing is, really the key to building a network marketing empire is get as many people, as many eyeballs in front of your presentation, and then let the presentation do the work. I mean, how many people are you talking to a day? How many people are looking at your presentation? If you're not doing that, nobody's looking at your presentation, that's probably the reason why, if you haven't been able to sign anybody up. And, keep in mind, if 50 people see your presentation in a month, most of them aren't going to be interested. I mean, it really is a numbers game. Then there's your cold market, and that's posture. You don't want to talk too much when you talk to people. Take breaks. Maybe talk to somebody briefly and say, look, I mean, I got to get on a conference call or whatever. Send them to a presentation. Don't just sit and talk for like 30 minutes, an hour to a prospect, just answering all their questions. You're going to be spinning your wheels. And basically that's posture. If you're chasing people around, begging people to look at stuff, begging people to sign up, you don't have any posture. And then know where you are. And if you don't have any leads, then you don't have any prospects. For every lead you generate, that's a potential prospect. And another way that you can communicate and follow up with them is by having an autoresponder where you have a series of follow-ups, letters that go out in sequence every time somebody opts in. And then, then in the interim, you send broadcast out when you want to talk to them, and that's leads or prospects. So moving on to the next step, it's team building. And in a network marketing MLM, you need to build a team, and you need to be smarter with your time. And I'm all about working smarter and not harder. And God knows I did that for years working for somebody. I don't want to do it here. Inspire them and stop trying to motivate your team. You can inspire people, but you can't motivate them. People have to motivate themselves. So if you're spending a lot of time on that, I'm going to tell you not to. The next thing would be, do what you wish your downline were doing. So if your downline's not doing anything and they're not talking to people, they're not generating leads, they're not creating content, then you do it and give them an example. And then teach them simple steps for adherence. Give them some suggestions to get into a routine. Send them to a training or a webinar if they're struggling on a particular thing and say, hey, here, or do a video about it and say, here's a video I did. And every time you create a piece of content, you can use it over and over again. Okay, and the last one, this is probably going to be the hardest for everybody, is mindset. And if you're not consistently every day, that you have a list of things, of action steps that you're taking, like meeting people, doing content, you don't have a vision. And it's going to be really hard for you if you don't have a vision. What's your why? And people who have a vision, being consistent, they can be consistent. And if you're struggling with being consistent, reality is you probably don't have any vision. See yourself as better and believe it's possible. Whatever you learn, and most people just don't think this, 95% more than most of the people out there. And believe in your product or service. I know I'm in my Lead System Pro, and what that has done for me and what it's taught me. I mean, I believe in the system. There's nothing else out there like it, as far as I'm concerned. So believe in what you're doing. Believe in your opportunity. If it's health and wellness, weight loss, whatever. And then focus on your goals, what you want to accomplish rather than your circumstances. Because I hear people, oh, I'm broke, I'm this, I don't feel good, I'm sick, I got this, I got that. And some people, and believe me, I know it, I was in foreclosure, I was broke, I racked up almost $30,000 in debt. It's easy to get lost in all that. And if you can put it aside and just focus on and write your goals down. I mean, I know that's really helped me in my business. I know when I lost like 50 pounds over 10 years ago. I wrote everything down. You take it much more seriously. So write your goals down. It might, just a suggestion, might help you focus more and get away from your circumstances if you're in a bad place. And mindset really is the hardest to improve. And a lot of people say it's 80% mindset, 20% execution, and you should be doing something every day, working on your mindset. I have some audios. Go to my website, lindabomba.com. They're free. You can download them. You can search on YouTube, Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, and just watch a video or listen to an audio every day. But it's something you really have to work on. And the last thing I'm going to say here about mindset is results dictate. Tells where your mindset is if you're not happy with the results, you need to do some mindset work. It's probably something that most people don't want to hear, but it's really kind of true. I shouldn't say it's really kind of true, it is true. If you're not getting results, maybe you're getting small results, you probably need to work more on your mindset. Do you really believe in what you're doing? Do you really believe that you can do this? And anybody can do this. You have to be committed, have vision, and it's hard work. This isn't like a job. You go in for an interview and you gotta wait and decide whether they're gonna give you the job or not. So I hope you found this helpful. If you don't have a system in place where you can generate leads and do capture pages and stuff, I'm going to leave a link below to you can take a look at my Lead System Pro and take a 10-day, $10 trial. It will help you with your marketing strategy and get you in daily mode of operation. If you're not doing that, really you should. And go to my website, lindabomba.com. If you're looking for audios on mindset, there's tons of good books. Think and Grow Rich is the one that comes off the top of my head. If you don't have it, if you want, I have copies of that electronically. Message me on Facebook and I'll send you a copy electronically. It's a great book. It's a mindset book and one worth reading at least a couple times. So I hope you found this training helpful. I'm going to stop. I've been on for a while. Go ahead and click the link below, and I'll see you on the next video.